In the rugged mountains and harsh deserts of Central Asia, a land once caught between empires gave birth to a new power. A land with no sea, but infinite resistance, Afghanistan. In the 19th century, as British India pushed from the east and Russia crept from the north, one man rose to unite the tribes and carve out a sovereign state in defiance of global superpowers. His name was Dost Mohammad Khan. This is the story of the Emirate of Afghanistan, its rulers, its wars, its survival, and its final transformation. Dost Mohammad Khan, reign 1823 to 1839, 1845 to 1863. Born in 1793, Dost Mohammad Khan was a product of chaos. As the Durrani Empire disintegrated, tribal leaders fought for scraps. Dost Mohammad, once a servant in the court of Kabul, rose through military prowess and political cunning. In 1823, he declared himself Emir of Kabul, slowly expanding his control across Afghanistan. His rule brought relative stability and centralized governance, but it also attracted attention. The British feared he might align with Russia, and in 1839, during the First Anglo-Afghan War, they invaded. Dost Mohammad surrendered and was exiled to India, but the British occupation collapsed into disaster. In 1842, their retreat from Kabul became one of the greatest military humiliations in British history. By 1845, Dost Mohammad had returned. He re-established the emirate and ruled until his death in 1863, a full circle of exile, return, and endurance. He died just weeks after capturing Herat, fulfilling a lifelong ambition of uniting Afghanistan. Sher Ali Khan, reign 1863 to 1866, 1868 to 1879. The death of Dost Mohammad unleashed a family struggle. Among his many sons, Sher Ali Khan took the throne, but his rule was immediately challenged by his brothers. Between 1866 and 1868, power shifted back and forth in a civil war. Finally, Sher Ali emerged victorious, determined to modernize the emirate. He built schools, introduced new weaponry, and sought neutrality between the British and Russians. But the Great Game had other plans. In 1878, a Russian delegation arrived in Kabul. The British demanded to send their own. When Sher Ali refused, Britain launched the Second Anglo-Afghan War. Sher Ali fled Kabul and died in 1879. His dream of neutrality was shattered. Muhammad Yaqub Khan, reign 1879. Sher Ali's son Yaqub Khan inherited not just the throne, but a war. He signed the Treaty of Gandamak, ceding control of Afghan foreign policy to the British and allowing them to station a mission in Kabul. It was a humiliating treaty. And worse, in September 1879, angry Afghans stormed the British residency and killed the entire mission, including Sir Louis Cavagnari. The British retaliated with a renewed invasion. Yaqub Khan abdicated, unable to maintain control. His reign had lasted only months. Abdur Rahman Khan, reign 1880 to 1901. Then came a man known as the Iron Emir, Abdur Rahman Khan, a grandson of Dost Mohammad. Exiled for years, he returned with British support to claim the throne in 1880. His reign was brutal, authoritarian, and transformative. He crushed rebellions with merciless force, exiled rivals, and centralized power to an unprecedented degree. He redrew Afghanistan's internal borders, subdued tribal autonomy, and built the foundation of a modern Afghan state. In 1893, he agreed to the Durand Line Agreement, setting Afghanistan's border with British India. Though controversial and never fully accepted by Afghans, it established the modern frontier. Abdur Rahman was ruthless but effective. He preserved Afghanistan's independence in a time of imperial domination. When he died in 1901, he left behind a stronger but deeply scarred nation. Habibullah Khan reigned 1901 to 1919. His son Habibullah Khan sought to open the doors to modernity. He encouraged education, founded schools, and introduced electricity to Kabul. He allowed limited freedom of the press and formed a cabinet. But Habibullah was cautious. When World War I erupted, he maintained neutrality despite pressure from the Ottomans and Germans to join the Central Powers. His moderation earned him enemies. In 1919, during a hunting trip in Lagman, he was assassinated under mysterious circumstances. The stage was set for one of Afghanistan's most ambitious rulers. Amanullah Khan reigned 1919 to 1926 as emir. Amanullah Khan, son of Habibullah, seized power in a palace coup and immediately launched the Third Anglo-Afghan War. His aim was simple: full independence from British control over Afghan foreign affairs. Though short, the war resulted in the Treaty of Rawalpindi, which recognized Afghanistan's sovereignty in 1919. Amanullah became a national hero. As emir, he launched sweeping reforms, abolishing slavery, promoting women's rights, introducing Western-style education, and drafting a constitution. He renamed himself King of Afghanistan in 1926, officially ending the Emirate and founding the Kingdom of Afghanistan. But his modernist vision would soon face fierce resistance. From 1823 to 1926, the Emirate of Afghanistan weathered empires, invasions, and internal revolts. It began with Dost Mohammad Khan, a tribal leader turned statesman, and ended with Amanullah, a reformer who tried to leap centuries forward. Through bloodshed and diplomacy, through exile and return, these rulers shaped a nation out of fragmented tribes. They stood between the Russian bear and the British lion and held the line. The emirate is gone, transformed into a kingdom, then a republic, and later something else entirely. But its legacy remains etched in Afghan soil, a testament to resilience in the face of empire.